Hello, friends. Long time no see. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. If you're new here, I am Sarah, and I own Not Another Hat, the best darn knitting store in the world. And I'm coming to you live from inside my store, as I do every Tuesday at noon Pacific time here on our Facebook page. Of course, if you were paying close attention last 2 weeks, you'll know that I posted videos at noon and I didn't go live. And that was with very good reason. My family and I took a trip to Ireland. It was a bucket list trip for me. It was a grad present for both of our girls. We had one graduate from high school, one from college this year, and the four of us went, and it was amazing. It was everything I had hoped it would be. We rented a car, we did the whole circuit, started in Dublin, went all the way around the south up to Galway and then back across. So we just didn't see Northern Ireland this time. I could live in Ireland, no problem. The weather suits me, everything suits me there. It was really good. It was really fantastic. So I packed, of course, a bunch of knitting that I didn't touch. Mostly because I sat in the back seat most of the time in the car, and not only are there little curvy roads, but there's hedges along both sides of every road. So you can't really like look out the window and get your bearings. It wasn't knitting time. So this is hilarious, but this is basically what I did. And it wasn't until we were basically in Dingle and Galway, so on the western edge where we would go out and listen to music in the evening, that I finally got some knitting done, and this is what I did. One lone ankler. This is my 2 weeks of knitting time. I did work on something I'm going to show you in a minute on the plane on the way there. On the way home, I slept. So crazy, I know. But it was worth it. It was worth it. And so I'm sorry I've missed you so much. And I'm back now. We're going to talk about all things coming up, fall, yarn, knitting, everything, and crochet. Definitely, and crochet. So real quick, before we dive into product stuff, Marie Greene is coming here for her new book launch. So do not miss this. It's going to be so much fun. Friday, October 3rd from 2 to 5 p.m. We're going to host Marie here in the store for a book signing for her new book. It's called Knit in One. Guess what it is? One-skein projects! It's for all those one-skein projects, those single skeins, like what I maybe brought home from Ireland that are too beautiful to leave behind. But then you get home and you're like, what do I do with this one little skein of beauty? So this book is chock full of amazing, very useful patterns. So she will be here live in the store at 2 o'clock on Friday, October 3rd, signing books. You can pre-order the books on our website. You can get the event details, etc. We'll have a little bit of light snack and beverage, but we would love it if you would all come and say hello. She's also bringing samples from the book, so you can see some of the designs live and in person. It's going to be real good. It's always good when Marie comes to town, right? So, plus this is her 6th book. And we have hosted a book launch party for her every single time. Ooh. I'm very proud of that. Anyways, mark your calendars if you're at all close or within driving distance, or maybe even you get a wild hair and you decide you're going to book a plane ticket. We would love to have you. So that is October 3rd. You know what? Since I was gone over the turn of the month, I haven't had a chance to show you this month's Hue of the Moment from Tosh. So really quick, let me introduce you to Soft Reboot. This is this is a great example of the differences between dyeing on different bases. This is Tosh Merino Light. Beautiful, yes. It's like a twilight color almost. And then it looks so different here on the DK. Beautiful. They're both beautiful. I really like this one. The DK is beautiful. So that's the September Hue of the Moment. It's called Soft Reboot. This is unfortunately the last one we have, so grab it in the Tosh Merino Light. We have several in the DK. So it's so pretty. The depth of color in this is captivating to me. Okay, that was the Tosh Hue of the moment. Also, while I was gone, I did send a newsletter out about this, but technically I hadn't actually seen them in person. I'm so sneaky that way, aren't I? But we just got a bunch of fun new markers from Katrinkles, including, let me flip this guy around, these gorgeous acrylic hearts. There's some matte, there's some mirrored, there's some sparkled. So cute. These are fan favorites, all of our favorites. These are the counting stitch markers for casting on large projects. So you've got 25, oh geez, 25, 50, 75, 100, 100, 100. So you place these in basically as you're casting on so that you don't have to go back and count to 362 6 times. So that you can just be like, there's 25, there's 50, there's 100, there's another 100. So very fun. We have these both in the ring version like this and in the clip version, which is also really handy because in the clip version, you can move that 25, like after you hit 100, you can move the 25, move the 50, 75 to the next 100. So pluses and for each different style. Okay, these are new and they are so smart to me. When she sent an email with these, I was like, of course. These are write-on, wipe-off markers, meaning they're whatever your little heart wants them to be. So you can write on them here and then wipe them off. So handy. You could be marking an increase or a decrease. You could be marking a number of rows that you've knit or a number of inches that you've measured it at, and they're removable markers, so you can like hang them in the fabric. So let's say you're on the body of a sweater and you need to measure from the armhole and you hit 10 inches, you know, you have a little bit to go, but you don't want to just keep measuring from all the way from the armhole because it gets hard to lay that out nice and flat. You could stick one of these on there and write 10 inches and wipe it off later to use again. So very cool here. Wipe on, wipe off. And then we got in fun, spooky Halloween markers. Y'all bought up those skulls, lickety split. So the skulls are sold out, but guess what? They're on reorder. So if you click the notify me button on our website, you'll be signed up to get an email when they come back. So we've already reordered the skulls. They're like they are like kind of neon-y acrylic, kind of like this. And we still have some of these. These are so cute. Get the glare off. So this is a like a keychain type clip here that you can clip onto your bag, and it's got a nice cute little black cat acrylic ring, and it snaps closed, and then it's got 3 pumpkin stitch markers that you can hang from it. You can hold all your stitch markers right here on this little black kitty. I mean, even if it wasn't Halloween, the black cat, right? So cute. You could put all of your, you know, extra little doodads here on this guy. So he holds a full range of markers, but it happens to come with 3 pumpkins. So very fun. I love spooky season, Halloween. It got a little cold and rainy. This is Tuesday, Sunday. It's one of the days. Everything since we just got back on like basically at midnight Friday, and everything's kind of been a blur for like 48 hours after that. So I'm just finally getting back into like actual time. But when it got cold and rainy, it fully set me into fall mode. Like, here we go. Even though it was kind of rainy and stormy in Ireland, that was a different location. Coming back here and having it be legit fall feeling, I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. Bring on the candles and the comfy cozy and the sweaters and the knitting and even the football. I know, right? Anyway, okay. Guess what's this weekend? Does anyone remember? Class, raise your hand. It's the Have a Ball Fall Crawl. So I know I've been blathering about this forever, but don't miss it. It's going to be so much fun. This is the annual fall crawl that a bunch of shops participate in. It happens over 2 weekends. We each give a 45-minute presentation with special stuff that we're offering just for attendees. It kicks off with a talk with a guest designer. This year it's Toni Lipsey. And I wasn't super familiar with her work because she is primarily a crocheter. But as soon as I opened up her her designer page on Ravelry, I was like, oh, I love this stuff. She makes the most beautiful designs, and she does a lot, oops, telephone. She does a lot of Tunisian crochet, sorry. And I didn't know anything about that. Like I'm a decent crocheter and I can follow a pattern, but I didn't know anything about Tunisian crochet. So that is what I worked on the plane on the way to Ireland. I'm going to show you. I taught myself how, and this is something we're going to be offering at the Have a Ball Fall Crawl. This is her design called the Nightfall Cowl. How cool is this fabric? And it's drapey and beautiful. It's not finished yet. It's going to be finished by Saturday though. Don't worry. And it takes 2 skeins of DK and you're working them alternating. So you get this beautiful blend of colors. This is Tosh DK that I've got here. So this is one of the cool things we're going to be offering. Another cool thing is we're going to have some kits, and we have a brand new custom color from Boss Kitty. Our friends at Boss Kitty have dyed this just for us. How beautiful is this color? This is called Bloom with a View, because around here in Hood River, we get ourselves a lot of blooms and we got a lot of views, like stunning, stunning views. So this is going to be available Saturday, this custom color just for us. Another little sneak peek at a pattern that we're going to have bundles for is the Rhythmic Shawl, which is shadow knitting. Can you kind of see how these zigzag panels tend to almost look like a third color, but it's just a 2-color shawl, and it's actually remarkably simple. It's just knits and purls. So we're going to have bundles for that, and then several other things that I'm not showing you purposefully now, so that, you know, something should remain a surprise. So in order to participate, you need to go to haveaballfallcrawl.com. Their link is on our website. Register. It's $10. And then you get access to every single Zoom that every shop is doing and the Talk with Tony Lipsy. You'll get access to all of the information and the replays. So it's not just public, this fall crawl. It actually, you have to sign up to be able to participate. So I highly encourage it. It's totally worth the $10. Just hearing, every time the guest designers have talked, they're full of so much information. I think last year was Hohi. That might have been 2 years ago. They've always got really, really great people. And I am so excited to hear Tony, because I have fallen in love with a new technique, which is so much fun. When you are kind of an advanced knitter, there's not a lot of like terrain left to conquer. So learning how to Tunisian crochet, so fun. Really good for my brain too. All right, make sure you're signed up. We, I think, might be one of the very first. We're Saturday, our session is Saturday the 20th at 10:15. It's on my website. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just assumed I knew that, but it's been a little bit since I looked at it. It's late morning Saturday, our presentation, and I think it kicks off that morning with her talk. So we are in there in the mix, like first, second, something along those lines. All right. Guess what else happened while I was gone? Miss Cardi Bell herself has launched a new design, and it's called the Jillian Tote. How cute is this? So it's got one long strap. Don't mind they don't come with this hook. This is because it came off of our display. And one short strap, so you can wear it over your wrist. It's got an inside pocket. That's hard to see because the lining on this one's black. But an inside pocket for little doodads. And then to close it up, you just put the long strap through the short strap. I know it's not showing against my black t-shirt. And then you can just put it right on your wrist. So this is the small Jillian. How beautiful is this fabric? Oh my goodness. I'm going to show you several more in the small size. Kitty cats. Meow. And pink background kitty cats. And I didn't bring them all over. There's more than just these. And a nice, elegant black and white print. Then there is a large size as well. And I think these have sold quite a bit already. So we're down to just 2. We've got the large kitty cats, but you can see, I mean, you could put a legit full sweater project into this bag. Like, here's me, here's the bag. So this one is lined in black on the bottom. And then there is the same inner pocket in here. And then also I've got this fabric. Woo! Stunner. This is the bag you need all winter long. I just was thinking, you know, when it's like gray for months on end, or at least in Oregon it is, this is the bag. Bring a little color. Yes, I love it. So check all these out. They're called the Jillian Tote. There's Jillian Small and Jillian Large. Why? That was hard. I don't know. Oh, guess what? While we're talking about Jillian, let's talk about this. Miss Jillian happened to be a test knitter for Alicia Plummer's newest design, the Campy Tank. And look how beautiful and simple this little tank top is. This would be such a great layering piece, or in August when it's hot, just on its own. And Jill made hers in Barocco Iris. So Iris is just this yarn that has been such a stunner. It was new this past spring, summer for Barocco. It's worsted weight, and it's 50% cotton, 32% bamboo, 10% merino, and 8% yak. I mean, unheard of blend. And it's got this chain neck construction. It's light for being a worsted weight with all of those different fibers in it. And the colors are just, oh, look at this. Autumn gold. This is what Jill used. This is called Green Energy. And I love this. This is the one we have a sample in called Rodeo. And it's not normally a color I go for so much, but for some reason I really like it. I think it's just because 8% yak lends this really subtle, yak is a light brown color naturally. So you just get this very subtle undertone when it's dyed on top of it. And I grabbed this purple Fanciful. So there's more colors too over there. They're over my shoulder, back that way. But beautiful. It only takes a couple of skeins. Julia, I'm sorry, I just threw this in. She's like, I don't have a blog post for that yet. I threw this in last minute because I saw it and it was so cute. And we're getting close to the end of summer, so you might want to just bust this out. Jill says you can make this in a weekend. I mean, it's worsted weight. No sleeves. No sleeves! No sleeve island to get stuck on. So, okay, last bit of news before we call it for this week is we have a new instructor here at the store, and her name is Danielle, and she's going to be teaching crochet. Thank you, Danielle. We finally have someone who is so soft. Sorry, I'm going to go back up here. Danielle, hold the phone. Heather asked, how does this feel with the cotton in it? This is like deliciously next to the skin, slinky soft. It's not stiff and it's not dry, if that makes sense. Sometimes cotton feels stiff and dry. Not this. Okay, back to Danielle. She is so lovely, and she is a very experienced crocheter, and she is ready to teach people how to crochet. We always get so many requests for a Learn to Crochet class, but we don't have anyone on staff who feels like they're well enough versed in crochet to teach. So Danielle's on it. So in this class, you're going to learn how to chain. I mean, from the beginning, learn how to chain, learn how to make your stitches, etc. You're going to make a hat. How cool is that? So check that out. It's now live on our website. You can sign up there. And it's going to run it's $30 for the class. It's going to be 2 days in October, the 12th and the 19th. And the rest of the details are all on the website. So really great, especially if you're a knitter who maybe has like seen crocheting on edges or whatever, and you've maybe done a tiny bit. This will give you a firmer grasp on like reading a crochet pattern and learning how to not accidentally increase, which is a big problem, I think, when you're a knitter learning how to crochet. So it's just in person. That's this go round is just in person. So check it out, and hopefully this fits a need for you, especially now that I've discovered the joys of Tunisian crochet. I highly recommend it. Okay, that's all I got. I know that doesn't seem like a lot to me for 2 weeks. I guess I did make those 2 videos while we were gone. But don't worry, guys. Guess what? I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back next Tuesday. I'm not going anywhere for the foreseeable future, except to deliver my youngest to college, but that's not on a Tuesday. So I'll be back next Tuesday. Same time, same place, standing right here in the store. on Facebook at 12 noon Pacific. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a lovely week full of yarn. Ciao.